There's something special about the open road, the hum of the engine, the long stretches of highway, and the towering silhouette of a truck that commands attention. For nearly 2 decades, one truck stood above the rest, not just for its bold design or its powerful engine, but for its ability to capture the heart of an industry. That truck was the Peterbilt 379. From 1987 to 2006, the 379 rolled off the production lines in Denton, Texas, becoming an icon in the trucking world. More than just a vehicle, it became a symbol of American strength, pride, and resilience. For 19 years, it reigned supreme as Peterbilt's flagship model, and to this day, it remains one of the most beloved trucks ever built. But what exactly made the 379 so legendary? Was it the engineering, the design, the reliability, or was it something deeper, something that connected drivers to this machine in a way that defied time? Let's find out. Back in the mid-1980s, the trucking industry was going through a period of change. Aerodynamics were becoming more important. Manufacturers were starting to shift toward more modern, fuel-efficient designs. But Peterbilt had a different vision. Instead of abandoning the classic long-nose style, they doubled down on it. Enter the 379. It was a truck that stayed true to the roots of American trucking, with a long, commanding hood, stainless steel grille, dual chrome stacks, and a cab design that screamed tradition. But beneath that nostalgic look was a truck that was more than ready for the modern road. The 379 came with a lightweight aluminum cab, making it more efficient than it looked. It was built to be tough and to handle the most demanding loads, whether hauling freight across the country or navigating tough terrain. Drivers appreciated not only the look but the feel. It drove like a dream, it pulled like a beast. And let's talk engine. The Peterbilt 379 was offered with a range of powerful engines over the years. From Caterpillar, to Cummins, to Detroit diesel, drivers could spec it out to suit their exact needs, and that level of customization made it stand out in the market. Whether you were climbing steep grades or running coast to coast, the 379 delivered consistent performance. But this truck wasn't just about power, it was also about comfort. Peterbilt understood that truckers spend long hours, days, even weeks on the road. The 379 came with sleeper options that offered space and amenities that made life on the highway bearable, even enjoyable. Plush seats, ergonomic controls, plenty of room to stretch out. It was a home away from home, inside and out. It was built with drivers in mind. Every detail had a purpose. The massive front grille wasn't just for show, it allowed more air to reach the radiator, improving cooling performance. The high-mounted stacks weren't just aesthetic, they channeled exhaust efficiently while giving the truck its signature roar. That unmistakable deep growl when the throttle opened up, it became the sound of freedom for so many drivers. Customization was another thing that made the 379 unique. From the factory or through aftermarket options, drivers could make their trucks truly their own. Custom paint jobs, chrome accents, lighting setups. Each 379 became a reflection of its owner's personality. Some trucks looked like rolling works of art. The 379 didn't just dominate the highways. It found a home in pop culture too. You've seen it in movies, on TV shows, and in music videos. It was the truck you'd see on posters, calendars, and TV. It represented more than just transportation, it was the American dream on 18 wheels. A symbol of hard work, independence, and freedom. Owner-operators loved the 379. It had the reputation, the looks, the power, and the longevity. You didn't just drive a 379, you lived in it, relied on it, and took pride in keeping it spotless. Truck shows across the country were filled with polished, customized 379s competing for best in show. The love for this truck ran deep. Fleet owners valued the truck too, not just for its durability, but for its driver appeal. If you wanted to attract top-tier drivers, offering a fleet of Peterbilt 379s was one way to do it. These trucks inspired loyalty. Once a driver got behind the wheel of a 379, few ever wanted to drive anything else. But like all good things, even legends faced the end of the line. By the early 2000s, new emissions regulations and evolving market demands meant that Peterbilt needed to update its offerings. In 2007, the company introduced the 389 as the successor to the 379. It kept many of the design cues and spirit of the 379. Aerodynamic tweaks and cleaner-burning engines to meet the stricter standards. The last Peterbilt 379 rolled off the production line in March 2007. It was the end of an era but the beginning of a legacy. To this day, 379s are still out there, still working, still turning heads. Many have been restored, rebuilt, and customized to a level beyond anything the factory could have imagined. Some are kept as collector's items. Others are still hauling loads, like the day they were new. The used market for 379s is strong. People are still willing to pay top dollar for a well-maintained model. Because these trucks were built to last, and because there's nothing quite like a Mechanics speak of its simplicity and reliability. Unlike modern trucks packed with complex electronics, the 379 was more straightforward. Easier to diagnose, easier to repair. And in the world of long-haul trucking, that means everything. For many drivers, The 379 is the pinnacle of what a truck should be. It's not just the specs, it's the experience. Sitting high above the road, holding that big chrome wheel, watching the world roll by. It's a feeling you don't forget. It's a truck that made memories. The first long haul, the first truck show, the first time a kid pointed out the window and smiled as your 379 thundered past. These aren't just machines, they're milestones. The Peterbilt 379 is a bridge between the old school and the new. It carried tradition into the modern age and did it with style. It connected generations: older drivers who appreciated its heritage and younger drivers who admired its reputation. So what is it about the Peterbilt 379 that made it so special? Maybe it's the way it looked. Maybe it's the way it sounded. Maybe it's the way it made drivers feel. Or maybe it's all of those things combined. It was built to work, built to last, and built to be remembered. Even after production ended, its spirit never faded. In truck stops across America, you'll still find 379s parked proudly next to newer models, still clean, still bold, still representing everything that's great about the open road. And when you see one coming, your way long hood, chrome grille, roaring engine, you know exactly what it is. And you can't help but nod in respect, because that's the kind of legacy the Peterbilt 379 left behind. If you enjoyed this, look back at the legendary Peterbilt 3079. Make sure to leave a like. Got a story about your time with a 379? Or just want to show some love for this classic? Drop a comment below, we'd love to hear from you. Don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into the greatest trucks in history. And share this video with fellow truck lovers who appreciate the beauty and power of machines like this. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one, and until then, keep the rubber side down and the chrome shining.